today I'll be spreading awareness on a topic that's mainly shrugged off and ignored, and it is on gentrification. What I did is I went on a local community nearby, and I just interviewed someone randomly and what they thought about it and how and if like they know about it and if it affects them in any way. The next segment you'll see is that interview. Hope you enjoy and thank you. Alright, hello. I'm Antonio Bermudez, and this is my little podcast. And I'm here with a. You can introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Jesse Toronis.
Yeah, I was walking here by Power Revere Park. It's actually like by my old school, Power Revere Elementary. I used to go here about 6-7 years ago, and I was just walking by here, and I saw Jesse, and I approached him, and I asked him like, "Hey, can I interview you?" And I was like, he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right then." And now we're here sitting on this bench, and Jesse, are you familiar with gentrification in any way? Have you heard of that?
I've heard of gentrification. It's like, when richer people come into like lower income communities and like buy out the houses and stuff, and then end up making the rent too high for like the people that have been living here for a while. And honestly, I've been seeing it quite a bit around here with like all the new stuff that Disney's been putting up with like the new hotel, and they're putting up luxury apartments, which I assume will only increase the prices for the people that have already been living here. And people that are coming in and already have money, it's not going to be a problem because they're just going to get a new home, and it's just going to be problems for us.
Right. Not only for us, bro. Like, it's also like the middle class. Like, the middle class also gets affected. Like just prices up, middle class can't afford that. Not really like higher class.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse. So, being part of this community, are you worried about like what could this like affect, or like has it affected you in any way at all?
Personally, me right now, it hasn't really affected me, but I know like people where I live, when they were constructing the new apartments and the new hotels, when they were compacting the earth, they had broken windows in their houses from like all the heavy machinery that was being used, and they had to pay that out of pocket. They're not going to be reimbursed for that. And not really, like for me personally, I don't really, it doesn't affect me that much. But when I'm leaving for like college, knowing that my family might be kicked out and there's not really stability at home makes it that much more insecure, like moving on, knowing that they're not really secure.
Yeah, I really feel it, man. Thank you, Jesse, for your time and thoughts. What he said was very insightful, and he was pretty informed about his community. And his community in particular, what I believe has sparked gentrification in that area is due to gang violence in that particular area. Back in 2000s and 2010s, a gang that goes by the name ABLS has been very active in that area. It was stated that in 2013, 8 young men have died in the past few years. But the rent there is fairly cheap. Around that time, it was around 1,100. Nothing like it is today. They had plans of revitalizing the area, as they call it. The Jamboree Housing Corporation proposed an idea that was a two-step idea. First, they would build sound house boxes, newer homes basically, but still they would still keep the people there without having them to relocate. Unfortunately, not many people saw this as possible, and well, agree that gentrification is the only solution. So, what are we now? The area right now is uncertain right now. There are luxury flats being built around it and hotels being around it as well. Has gang violence slowed down? For a minimum, it has. I had friends that live there right now that don't experience a thing. So what does this mean? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, in Anaheim, this problem is shrugged due to the way our city is cultured and is being built right now. We are a city that is expanding. We're industrialized. We have the biggest corporation here. We have Disney. And now people are going to bat an eye when property is built. People are going to move on. And that's the biggest issue. We need people to step up. The two things I want the audience left with here today is how they could be a better member in their community in order to stop such an occurrence. Second thing is, you are now informed about gentrification and what it could possibly do in a community. Thank you.